Question 13. The diagram shows a solid triangular prism. Remember, it's called a prism because it's got a shape that goes all the way through the cross section. Any 3D shape with a 2D shape that runs all the way through is called a prism. For example, a Pringles box is a circular prism called a cylinder because it's got a circle running all the way through it. A Toblerone is a triangular prism because it's got a triangle running all the way through it. A pyramid, for example, isn't a prism because as you go through the pyramid, the cross section changes shape. If you're going through it, it'll look like a triangle getting bigger and bigger and bigger until you get to the middle and then smaller and smaller and smaller. So that's a prism. It's made from metal. The density of the metal is 6.6 grams per centimetres cubed. Calculate the mass of the prism. Well, density, here's a formula to remember, is equal to mass over volume. Mass divided by volume. Okay, if you can't remember that, it's best if you do remember it, but you can sometimes work it out, well, you can work it out from the units of density. Grams per centimetres cubed. Okay, per means divide. Like, remember, speed is equal to distance divided by time, and think about the units of speed: miles per hour. Miles is distance, per hour, which is time, distance divided by time. So here we've got grams per centimetres cubed. Grams is mass, centimetres cubed is volume. So density is equal to mass over volume. This says calculate the mass. So put that into a triangle. Density equals mass over volume. Okay, to work out mass then, you cover up mass, so it's density times volume. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So calculate the mass of the prism. Well, we've got the density, that's 6.6, but we haven't got the volume. So work out the volume of this. To work out the volume of a prism, calculate the area of the shape that runs through it, the cross section, and multiply it by how far back it goes. So that would be the volume of prism equals area of the triangle is 5 times 12 divided by 2, and then we're going to times that answer by 15. 5 times 12, 60, divided by 2, 30, times it by 15, 450. 450 centimetres cubed. So that's the volume. Remember, we want to work out the mass. Mass is density times volume. So mass equals density, which is 6.6 grams per centimetre cubed, times it by the volume. I've already got 450 in my calculator, so I'm going to times it by 6.6. We get 2970. Check the units. Because the 6.6 is grams per centimetres cubed and 450 was in centimetres cubed, you always have to make sure you're using the right one. So centimetres cubed, grams per centimetres cubed, it's going to give us an answer mass in grams. It wants grams, so it's 2970.